Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Wa'Harakah Kodash, and double honors to that apostles of the great millstone that have taught me this truth, and including the bishops on down, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai Brakatham, to the 144,000, and including the 1/3 as well. And this your brother Laban once again at you with another video for this week, and this reads out of this world moment, lightning strikes erupting volcano, and this was seen in somewhere in Indonesia, and this is something that no one has ever thought of happening. Okay, and I just went into a video before and showing you on how you had about 100 hornets, if I'm correct, chases down the IDF, and days later we have this going on right here again, which was seen in Indonesia, and this made the news. Of course it would make the news, because this is what you call a phenomenon that's out of this world, something that you don't even think about of happening. Now you may think of a volcano erupting, you may think of thunder, but you don't ever think of a lightning striking a volcano at the same time. All right, this is definitely one of the Most High's wonders. As I have scriptures on already to show that the Most High is a power of wonders. All right, and there's going to be greater wonders which will be shown in the future. And the greatest wonder of them all is going to be the salvation of Israel. So now let's read some more on this right here. This reads, the spectacular moment. One of the world's most active volcanoes was struck by lightning, has left people in disbelief. Volcano de Fuego in Guatemala is an active stratovolcano which is famous for being almost constantly active at a low level. The volcano, which means volcano of fire in Spanish, burps gas often, but in recent years it has erupted in powerful bursts that saw thousands evacuated and left local villages under threat. Now a video has been shared online of the volcano spewing lava as it's struck by bolts of electricity. Volcano de Fuego can be seen being struck several times as the crowd looks on in awe, watching as two powerful forces of nature colliding during the storm. A lightning storm can happen around a volcano when ash particles from the plume collide, creating a massive static electricity storm within the volcano plume, caused by a volcanic eruption rather than from an ordinary thunderstorm. The electrical discharge is known as the 30 thunderstorm. But unlike ordinary thunderstorms, volcanic lightning can also occur when there are no ice crystals in the ash cloud. So this is just Esau trying to make sense of it from a logical standpoint, right? And not give the praises where the praises belong. And of course, that's supposed to be expected of Esau, because Esau don't believe in the higher power, as it is written that the Most High is not in all of his thoughts. So he's not going to say that this was a God-given phenomenon. All right, but this is what this is. So I want to read a scripture in the book of Psalms 66 in verse 5. Come and see the works of the Most High, and he is terrible in his doing towards the children of men. He turned the sea into a dry land, and they went through the flood on foot, and there did we rejoice in him. And this is the time of Egypt when we survived, or should I say, when we came out of the captivity of Egypt due to the wonders that were wrought. as the Lord was using Moses to do these things. He ruleth by his power forever, and his eyes behold the nations, and let not the rebellious exalt themselves. Salah. Oh, bless our power, ye people, and make the voice of the praise to be heard. And that's what we're seeing in the video. You can see, when you watch the video, you can hear the people expressing how they're in awe, and I think they were clapping. All right, you can see how the people were in awe and raising their voices, because I mean, come on, if you've seen this up close, it's an experience that most of us would never even get to see. I mean, we never even thought that this was even possible. This never even came in the minds of all of us as a people, that this could actually happen. All right, this is a wonder of something that, again, is just far out there that you can even think of happening, as well as it reads in the book of Job, the 9th chapter, as I'm going to read later on how the Most High, his ways are far past finding out. The ways of the Lord are far past finding out. So we're going to get back to this over here. He ruleth by his power forever. His eyes behold the nations, and let not the rebellious exalt themselves. Oh, bless our power, ye people, and make the voice of the praise of his praise to be heard, which holdeth our soul in life, and suffer not our feet to be moved. Of course, this stands for the believers. For thou, O power, hast proved us, and thou hast tried us as silver is tried, and thou brought us into the net. Thou hast laid us affliction upon our loins, and thou hast caused men to ride over our heads, and we went through the fire and through water, but thou broughtest us out into a wealthy place. So this is referring to something which will be had in the future, because in this it mentions how the Lord brought us out of Egypt by his great wonders, using Moses to demonstrate his power. And in that scripture that I just read to you, basically elaborates on what the future is going to be for us, and we're going to be brought into a wealthy place. And that wealthy place is the land, the holy land, which is known as the land of milk and honey, according to the book of Exodus chapter 3, and I might as well read it. And this is what Moses was saying unto the children of Israel, which really the Lord was speaking through him. In verse 7, and the Lord Yahweh said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and I have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land, and enlarge unto a land flowing with milk and honey, which represents riches, unto the place of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, which are all descendants of the Hamite. So when you read the book of Joshua, I think from chapter 12 to chapter 15, that explains how we came over to the land, which was going to be considered the Holy Land, because we were going to make it the Holy Land. We had to go take down those Canaanites, and that's what happened. So that's what the wealthy place represents. It represents the land of Israel, which is that place, as Moses put it, the land of milk and honey. Okay, and also that area where the land of Israel is at is also known as the Fertile Crescent. Just to mention, so yeah, let's read the book of Job 9 now, and this is what I was quoting. The book of Job 9 and verse 10, which do great things past finding out, yea, and the wonders without number. This is a wonder far past finding out, because for one, you don't even usually think about this scenario in your mind. And number two, when this was seen among the people expressed how in awe they were. They marveled at the sight of this. And come on, I mean, if I was there, I would have marveled the same way, because this is definitely a very powerful one at that. So the Most High, man, he's definitely showing what he's made out of, man. We're getting back to the times when the Lord is beginning to show his wonders, because the Lord have always showed his wonders to the prophets, especially in the times of when the Israelites were coming out of Egypt. We've seen, we were up close and personal, and we were able to see the great wonders of Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. And now it looks like we're coming back to those times now where the Lord is beginning to show his power, okay, to the point of where it's just going to be quite obvious that there's a higher power. And that same higher power, which is coined as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is going to show that he is the God of those descendants, and especially those of the nation of Israel. Okay, that's going to be very made clear. That wonder, that work, which he's going to work. Now in the book of Psalms, 77, right? Let me even read this as well. Thou art a power that doeth wonders, and thou hast declared thy strength among the people, just like I've just mentioned. And thou hast with thine arm redeemed thy people. So this is even speaking in the future tense as well. The sons of Jacob and Joseph, which the sons of Jacob in this case represents, which, the sons of Jacob are all of the 12 tribes, but this is basically talking about the 3 sons of Jacob, which is Judah. And then it mentions Joseph as well, because Joseph had what? Joseph is referring to the northern kingdom. So you're going to have all of the tribes of Israel, the elect, the 12,000 out of each tribe, the 144,000 are going to be sealed to be delivered. And they're going to be sealed with the word of truth, which is what we have. Psalm 77 and verse 16. Now the waters saw thee, O power, and the waters saw thee, and they were afraid, and the depth also were troubled. And we can even speak on this to represent the people, because according to the book of Revelations 17, as it reads, that the great whore which sitteth upon many waters, representing the nations. All right, but as you read it, it's literally talking about the actual waters, as it's speaking about the elements which the Lord created. The depths also were troubled, and the clouds poured out water, and the sky sent out a sound, and thine arrows also went abroad, and the voice of thy thunder was in the heavens. See, so that's showing you that when there's thundering, that's the voice of the Lord. There's many scriptures to prove that right there. You see, so again, this was a wonder from Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. It's clear cut and dry from where we stand. Now, if you're a person in the world, or you're going to look at this, is that this is some phenomenon that can't be explained and where it's coming from. But to us, we know that phenomenons that are way out there that we can't comprehend, these are sent from the Most High. All right, it's very clear to us that this is the Heavenly Father working his wonders. And it's been a long time since we've seen the way out there wonders of the Most High, man. And it looks like we're coming back to that. And the Lord is on his way as well. And I just want to read something else. But let me finish this off, though. This is Psalm 77 and verse 15. And thou hast with thine arm redeemed thy people, and the sons of Jacob and Joseph. Salah, just read that already. And the waters saw thee. Yeah, I've read that already as well. Now let's read verse 18. And the voice of thy thunder was in a heaven, and the lightning lightened the world, and the earth trembled and shook. So this is just showing you again how the Lord is able to show his power through the elements. That's what this is explaining. But I just wanted to read this because of verse 14 to be exact, that the Most High is a power of wonders. Okay, and again, the Lord is going to show the greatest wonder, and the greatest one is going to be the salvation of the nation of Israel. And just like I mentioned, it's going to be made clear among the nations that there's only one power and one power only, and that is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and as well as the power of the nation of Israel. And that's going to be seen. Now, what I'm going to do is let me see if I can read one more verse, and I think it's in this verse as well. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Yeah, this is it right here. Psalms 136 and verse 1. Psalms 136 and verse 1. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord Yahweh, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. Oh, give thanks unto the Most High Yahweh of gods, for his mercy endureth forever. Oh, give thanks to the Lord of lords, for his mercy endureth forever. And to him who alone doeth great wonders, for his mercy endureth forever. And that's the spirit that we're supposed to be in. We're supposed to give thanks and praises unto the Lord because of this live power, which is majestic in the most greatest sense, hath chose us unto himself. All right, we have a power such as this that can perform such greatness, and like I said, it's very wonderful in his works. This is the power that's backing us. We have a mighty power, and this is the power that we should be honored in. Okay, if there's one thing that we can be proud about, is we can take pride knowing that our power, which is the one and only power that created life in this existence, and that have basically, showed what he's capable of. This is a power we can take pride in. Okay? And once we take pride in the power like this, then we can take pride in serving our power. And that's why I said that. Okay? We shouldn't be proud, but we should be proud that we have a power such as this. Okay? So yeah, that's all I got to say with this. And I also want to show another wonder that hasn't even been thought of, that's happened, which I believe this was probably maybe a couple of days ago, or yesterday it was. This was aired out. What is cold lava? The volcano phenomenon that has devastated Indonesia, Sumatra. Cold lava, or lahar in Javanese, which the term Javan goes back to Japhet, showing you that the Indonesians are the people of Japhet. Is a mixture of water and rock fragments that flows down a volcano and typically enters a river valley. Flash floods, landslides, and a stream of cold lava from an active volcano left at least 43 people dead and 19 missing on the Indonesian island of the Sumatra over the weekend. Images and videos shared by Indonesia's disaster response agency showed thick mud and ash covering roads and fields near the foot of Mount Merapi, one of the most active volcanoes in the country. The ash was from cold lava, known as lahar in Javanese, a hot or cold mixture of water and rocks fragmented that flows down the slope of a volcano and typically enters a river valley. Cold lava can flow rapidly at a speed of hundreds of kilometers per hour and spread as far away as 60 kilometers from the volcanoes, excuse me. So 100 miles an hour, if I'm correct, that's gotta be what, maybe about 40 miles an hour. Let me check this out. Let's see if I'm correct. Yeah, it's about 62. That's 62 miles an hour. So that right there shows you that the Lord is terrible, man. Just imagine you're in an area of this volcano coming toward you, and you see this thing traveling at speeds of 60 plus miles an hour. That's a terrifying sight to see, man. And just to add, 43 people died and 19 missing on the Indonesian island of Sumatra over the weekend. So, I mean, come on, this is very clear. I mean, we just had the IDF suffer wild dogs and hornets coming after them because of the wrongs they've been doing, to those people in the land of Gaza and Palestine, man, to those people over there. And now we're seeing wonders that hardly anyone has even had in mind that could possibly happen. And then we got this wonder as well that's also happened as well, which when you think about a volcano, you don't think about no cold lava. Come on, man. So again, this is our power showing who he really is as the time draws near to the very end of this civilization and the beginning of the other one which will follow, which is going to be spearheaded by Yahweh Shai. All right, Job 9 and verse 10 once again, which do great things past finding out, and yea, and wonders without number. So that's where I'm going to end it off at. Right here, and giving all of the praises and the glory to the Most High, man, and His Son Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Waharakah Qudash, and Yahweh Bashmel Shai Brakatham, to all of those that is sincere of the 144,000, and including the 1/3 of the sincerity follow. Shalom.